The political landscape of Bangladesh appears set for a major reset. Here's what the early outcome could signify, beginning with the end of the Hasina era. You see, the results so far indicate a decisive break from the long dominant political phase that was associated with the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. If confirmed, this marks the formal closure of a prolonged political chapter. Secondly, it's a rejection of Jamaat's Islamist push. Early trends suggest that voters did not rally behind the ideological narrative of the Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami. Instead, this mandate appears driven more by governance, reform, stability concerns, rather than religious ones, or religious mobilization. Third, the return to a competitive democratic framework. You see, this is the first national election following Sheikh Hasina's ouster, as we have been highlighting. A peaceful transfer of power would reinforce Bangladesh's electoral institutions and also restore confidence in democratic processes as far as our neighborhood country is concerned. Then there's the implementation of the July Charter reforms. Voters also participated in a referendum tied to the so-called July Charter reforms, proposals aimed at restructuring executive authority and strengthening institutional accountability. So the incoming government will face pressure to operationalize all their promises that they have made, and the possible limits on prime ministerial powers. If reform commitments are honored, Bangladesh could see structural changes, including clearer term limits and stronger checks on executive authority, potentially altering the balance of power in Dhaka. And of course, we cannot ignore the fact that economic stabilization will take priority. With inflation pressures, foreign exchange reserve concerns in focus, the BNP government's immediate test will be economic credibility. Basically, stabilizing prices, boosting investor confidence, and managing reserves. There's also depoliticizing legal and oversight institutions. So a key campaign theme revolved around reversing alleged politicization of law enforcement and judicial institutions. Delivering visible institutional neutrality will be crucial for legitimacy. That will be a challenge for the BNP. And one cannot ignore the Foreign Policy Balancing Act. You see, Dhaka is likely to pursue calibrated ties between regional heavyweight India and strategic partner China. So maintaining economic cooperation while avoiding geopolitical overdependence is something that they will have to pay attention to. Locally, jobs, transparency, delivery. You see, ultimately, symbolic change will not be enough because the new leadership will face immediate pressure to generate employment, ensure transparency, and convert electoral momentum into measurable governance outcomes.